right, and still remain accountable. So I picked one student to do this, and we're going to see how he does. Executing the dope drill, which is 5 rounds from holster as fast as he can off an auditory signal. After the drill, he'll have good follow through on that 5th round, expect to shoot a 6th, and then he'll holster. So he gets that 6th recovery of sight picture. All right, shooter ready? 5 rounds as fast as you can at 5 yards. Stand by. Good, holster up. All right, downrange. So I'm gonna give him critiques because I've seen him shoot all day. I also know at 5 yards, he's gonna wanna be breaking rounds a little bit sooner than 1-4-5, right? But as far as his groups go, his slashes are exceptional, all within the A zone region. This is why I would, in a performance class, force you to see less and get that round off sooner, and then be able to do more with it, and then find information as the engagement ensues and goes on. So first shot goes up here, 1-4-5, splits, or I'm sorry, total time of a 2:18. His splits, which should not change all the way back now to 25, are 20, 18, 17, 18. So 20, 17, and 18s, all right? Let's push back to 10 yards. Now when I'm doing this with a shooter, I always ask them, what'd you see? How'd it feel? Do you think you could have went faster, right? And most of the time, the answer to, do you think you could have went faster, is always yes. And that's okay. We're learning as we go. All right, lock your vision, lock your focus to that heart. On that signal, you're going to draw as fast as you can and fire 5 rounds as fast as you can. Ready? Stand by. Good, holster up, downrange. So me as the observer, I'm just asking him, what'd you see, how'd it feel?
Went a lot slower on the first round is what it felt like.
For sure.
After that, I think the splits were the same. The first round came out
For
way
sure.
slower.
Yep, and as far as,
Might be the same.
yeah, as far as the accountability, guys, X is at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 within the bunch, okay? So not much different about the group, meaning I want to see his first time when he goes and does this over and over and over again. I want to get like DMs or texts and or emails saying, hey man, I shrunk that 145 down to 0.85. Sick, at 5 yards, you should. And at 10 yards, I shrunk this down from 161 to a 109, right? Good, you should, because at 10 yards, you're gonna wanna be breaking rounds a little bit faster than the guy who's already shooting at you, right? Total time, 2:33, okay? We're all tucked inside that A zone in a 20, 17, 17, 18. So same exact splits, 20s, 17s, and 18s. Back to 15. There we go. Now that first shot was a 139. Now we're shooting it like someone's shooting at us already, right? Now we're seeing the group open up. Now how'd that feel? How'd that look?
Felt way worse.
Felt way worse because now we're doing what?
Shooting
As fast as we can. And this is the ugly truth that we really need to see. Notice when you guys come up and you settle the sights and you see static information, we already know we can do that. We already know we can crush A zones and stay accountable when the information is static, and then we go. But I want to see you be comfortable when this information's moving, driving it and centering it to home, all right? Steering it to home is only going to occur like me staring at the far thumb, me tracking and keeping it where? If this doesn't move, guess where this always returns back to, right? It's always going to return back home, and that's right here. So this is 15 yards, marking with circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got an A zone, and then we started doing this big loop. So he may have chased what? May, don't know, only he's able to tell you, right? 139 for the first shot, so we've already shown that we can go faster. 211 total time. Okay. Splits of 20, 18, 17, 17, but now he actually shot it as fast as he can from acquisition of dot, breaking of the first round to the 5th. Okay, so same exact 17s and 18s. Moving back to 20. Nice. Holster up. Got a 16 in there. So now we're speeding up our shots. Your first shot was in a 131. Total time 201. Looks like we stayed 100% accountable, which is great. Now we're seeing what? What did that vertical deviation play out with? Hey, I didn't leave the canvas so I can continue painting it. Vertical deviation's a good thing. And even all the way up to the head, we stayed 100% accountable with now marking it at squares for 20, representing 20. We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Third one in here.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt, I'll just count it over here, right? All right, first shot. 131, total time 201. So what he's doing by seeing these numbers, he's proving to himself he can go faster, right? He's seeing these numbers, proving it to himself he can go faster, which is all the part, especially the first time you ever shoot this drill. How fast can I actually go? That's the exciting piece. 18, 18, 18, 16. So he even shot faster and produced the same level of accountability. Now nothing changes as we move all the way back to 25 yards. Same level of aggression, 5 rounds, and we'll track to see if he can stay with the skill set that he has right now on this day to stay accountable to that size of target. Stand by. Yes, good. 132, first shot, 203, total time. You had a 201, and we dropped one. That's all right. The extreme spread is interesting to see at these distances when shooting that fast. Okay, so extreme spread we've got from high elevation to low elevation. You guys see, even as flat as a gun as he runs, the extreme spread of deviation as the distance gets, increases and that level of aggression stays high. This is the extreme spread we could expect. Now through refinement and his exploration now, instead of at close distances, at now far distances, with whether it's running doubles and seeing how the gun is behaving at that distance. If we went to 25 and I just said, hey man, I want you to shoot 5 rounds really, really slow just to see where that gun wants to naturally jump to and how it's returning. Then I want you to do one live, one dry, one live, one dry, one live, one dry. Then I want you to load up and make ready and run doubles. And then I want you to load up and make ready and run a dope drill. It would look totally different. Why? We haven't explored what the extreme spread of the sight deviation with the grip that he has built over the gun. It may be too much. It may be so much that the extreme spread is, yeah, it's vertically deviating, but we have an extreme spread of almost 3 feet. All right? When you shoot this drill, sometimes we find out, okay, less is more. How about consistent pressure rather than more and more? And I'm getting further away, so more. Because what that's gonna do, instead of the dot being in control, in a controlled pattern of predictable disruption and deviation, and here, it's now super fast and erratic in 3 feet of deviation, high and low. And that's kind of the things that he can now at a higher level kind of go and explore. So triangles at 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th one, right? Which, that is not a bad shot. That is crippling someone and putting them down and immobilizing them. Great, right? This one, dropping them good. And everything else in between. But this round, right? Our 24 out of 25 is the consequence. I want you to write a little girl's name. So we're gonna put Amy or little Timmy, right? Because that's what your consequence is for that round. And that's how serious you guys should absolutely take it. All right, now what he did that in, which is extremely impressive. 132, 203 overall. So notice none of these times are increasing over 2.5 seconds. All right, so if you're over 3 seconds for total time of engagement, all of you guys online, I'll give you all the way to 3 seconds. I'm gonna call you out, right? I'll say last round fired, 502, way too slow, okay? And now we're gonna go through in 20, 18, 18, 16, 17. Holy shit, he stayed 100% accountable with the level of aggression that I wanted and expected from him. And this is the ugly truth that he can leave here now with. All right, this is his baseline of performance on demand. In a controlled setting, nobody's pulling a gun on him. But if they do, he now knows what and can be very confident from 5 to 20 yards the level of aggression he can go. And he just needs some fine tuning and tweaking at 25 to really just keep it all the same, right? That's incredibly powerful to develop the software to the hardware that he possesses, right? The software and knowing what one's capable of doing at the size of target and the distances from, he now knows and quantified his skill set and ability, and it's very fucking impressive. 24 out of 25 with that level of aggression and finding he can go faster along the way as it gets harder and harder and harder is very cool.